schedule.
Look, I got to figure out what that is. What's a virtual camera?
Oh, hell, I ain't got a clue.
I don't either.
Yeah, it looks like most games are starting Wednesday. Appalachian State plays Wednesday. Look at that. It's to be decided, though.
Adrian Delph.
They play South Carolina State.
So, looking at some other news and notes before we kind of delve into the NBA and college football today, our topics, our main topics here. Dabo is mad at Florida State for canceling the game, saying they were ducking him. But Hunter, you don't make someone fly to you and then duck them game day. You tell them Friday. Mm-hmm. So if there was any ducking, I'm sure it would have went Thursday or Friday.
Not only that, how can Florida State duck Clemson when Clemson was the one that had the COVID positive player?
Right.
And we're allowing him to travel. They just didn't
want to get beat.
Well, I mean, Clemson, did you really need this game anyways?
I don't know.
Florida State, I think, has only won 2-3 games this year. So,
right.
I mean, are you really that upset? Are you upset that much, Dabo? You couldn't go down there and lay a 50 burger on them?
You're going to hit their... Yeah, right. Like, exactly.
You weren't making no money off of it, no ways.
Football coaches are not where you go for positivity.
I thought... If anybody,
that was
with as outspoken as Dabo is, you would think, and he's actually very conscious about situations and stuff. He knows he's in the know about maybe certain things that you should and shouldn't do. And you mean to tell me you're mad at Florida State because you're the dumbass that let a COVID positive player travel with the team?
Right. I mean,
that's just stupid. Yeah. You can't be mad at Florida State because of your stupidity. That you're just doing deflection, and that's just not working this way.
Just a weird situation altogether with this stuff. What can we do? What can't we do? My internet is slowing right there.
Yeah, my internet was pretty slow too.
It was earlier today. Just like looking at stuff online and uploading our earlier news and stuff on the radio this morning. I noticed it was kind of chugging along there a little bit as well. Well, I mean, our stream looks good, 2,600 there.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still running. Good God, at the number of games being played in college basketball. If we do college basketball picks, there's no way we can go through all of these.
First of all, we're not picking college basketball games.
Like, holy shit.
Is that a lot this weekend? Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Oh, you're scrolling.
This is schedule. And then I'm looking at, I could actually count easier how many of these would be canceled or postponed.
When you let 68 teams, Hunter, into a single elimination.
There have been 14 canceled or postponed.
When you let 16 teams into a single elimination tournament, the regular season don't mean nothing.
No.
Except for teams that want to get beat in the first round.
Well, it only means something for those that are who are at least fighting for maybe like a top 4 seed in each bracket.
I'm not even concerned about that. You still get in the tournament, don't you?
Well, yeah, but it's just all about matchups. If you're a 2 or 3 seed,
does that matter? No. Because you're not playing at home.
It does because the 2 seed, you can look and see whether or not a 2 or a 3 seed or maybe a 4 seed is going to get past whichever 1 seed they get matched up in with that in their part of the bracket. But I agree with you that everybody below them, it really doesn't matter. Well, I mean, you're going to have one Cinderella every year where they win maybe the first 2 or 3 rounds. But then after that, they meet a juggernaut, and it's just like they blow them out the water. Mm-hmm. You don't see very often anymore butlers make the run.
But and I know I'm going to ruin a lot of people's lives with this statement, but how important are Carolina Duke games?
They're very important.
No, they're not.
They're very important. They're very important.
No, just like I tried to tell Tom that day that the University of North Carolina has never played an important football game in the history of the school.
Duke, North Carolina, usually the winner of that game is the one that is winning the ACC.
Right. They play twice and sometimes in the tournament.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, at the end of the year, when you get in that single elimination tournament, that game earlier didn't mean nothing.
You can make the point that, of course, when you make it's all about making the tournament. So whatever you do before, it doesn't matter.
If you go 28-1 and lose to the Tar Heels, you're still the 1 seed,
right?
Or 2 at the worst. So
exactly.
I'm
you can't say that because of how much of a rivalry that game is. How important is this
Duke-Coppin State game this weekend?
No, it's not important at all.
All right.
We can, but it's the same thing in college basketball here. as it is like North Carolina. They open those. North Carolina opens up Wednesday with College of Charleston. That's not supposed to mean much.
Duke could lose that game, still get a 1 seed.
They could.
If Alabama
they just
lost
went out.
that game in football, though, they wouldn't get a 1 seed probably. Well, Alabama might. But
Alabama
I'm just saying,
might.
for example, if you lose to Coppin State in football, I'm just saying college basketball games, especially those early ones, they're so meaningless.
Well, college basketball.
Gardner Webb and Duke.
I like college basketball. A lot of people don't like college basketball anymore, but I like college basketball because you can see, which teams are obviously going to have the more talent, but it doesn't matter because even a Butler or even John Morant, who was the second pick in the draft, came from Murray State. Like they got good players everywhere.
Right.
It's just on the fact of, maybe it came down to North Carolina just didn't have as many scholarships that they could give out.
It's just, to me, it's more disappointing the more teams you add to that tournament. And the regular fans like, yeah, I won't. And they look at the seeds, and this is what's crazy about it, is that you want upsets, you want Cinderellas. So let's do some math on these seeds. Well, 6, who do they play in the first? Well, it's the 5-12. That's the big one, right? Well,
5-12 matchup.
Well, if you're 5th, you're ranked what, 20th?
Probably.
Okay. If you're 12, you're ranked what?
I ain't got a clue.
How big of an upset is the 48th best team beating the 20th best team? Is that enough for us to say, you know what, we need more of that?
That's a pretty big upset.
Hunter.
It's 28 spots.
How many top? Well, I need to look at the seeds and see what the seedings is for his championship. I don't know if anybody outside of the top 6 has ever won a championship.
I don't think anybody ever has.
I'm not sure.
Because, or at least of recent memory, I think they said within the last 10 years, it's all whoever's made the championship's always been either a 1, 2, or 3 seed.
Right. I'm gonna pull that one up.
I'm just happy that it's starting up though, because North Carolina left me with a bad taste in my mouth last year in their basketball program.
Have they gotten any better?
They're 16th somehow. They obviously didn't look at how it ended last year, but they're 16th somehow.
So, all right, number 1 seeds, 63% of the time. They've had 22 champions. The rest of the seeds added together have 13. Obviously, folks, that's the past 35 winners, not the history of the whole tournament. But that's a pretty good basis of it. 22 out of 35 are number 1 seeds. 5 number 2s, 4 number 3s, making up 31 of the 35 champions are a top 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
You've had 1-4, 1-6, 1-7, and 1-8 win the title. And that's funny.
I know who won. I think the 7 or the 8th was Kimba's UConn team.
NC State's one of those too. I think they were the 6th. I thought they were the 6th though.
What year was that?
Well, that didn't even last 35 years. That's outside of 35 years. That's 37 years. So State isn't even on that list. God dang, Hunter, it makes you feel old. Makes me feel old. I know it don't make you. It's funny I brought up the 5-12 seed, considering there's no 5 seed that's ever won it.
No.
So that 48 beating that 20, Hunter, it don't really, unless a 1, 2, or 3 fall for the most part. That's the only upsets there are is the top 3 seeds.
2014.
So anything, if you're looking for anything 4 and below, Hunter, is not really an upset.
Yeah, it really isn't.
If you want to lean on 4 and I'll give you top 16, the Sweet 16 teams, okay, we'll go there. But like what you said, these teams make it to Sweet 16, and then what happens? They got hammered out in the next, usually game or 2.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's fun college basketball. I did not think we was going to be talking about college basketball today, but you made a good point. They're starting this week where I